iHRMS from Indovision is an intelligent HR solution that is a combination of hardware and software resources designed to manage an organization's computerized and automated human resource processes using web and mobile-based applications.
Hello, welcome to Reminder module of iHRMS. With this module, you can create your important task reminder for yourself and your colleagues. This here is an admin ID, and Reminder module is part of our module list. Here it is. It's divided into 4 sub-modules: Dashboard, Reminders List, History, and Settings. Let's go in Dashboard. Dashboard gives an overview of all public and private reminders of the individual. This reminder count here corresponds to the company that is selected from this drop-down. You can select any of the company or all to get combined reminder count of all companies. Before we go ahead, it is important to know about public and private reminders. Public remind those that are visible to all general employees and of course admins. And private reminders are those that are visible to only the person who have created them. In this module, admins and super admins can create both the type of reminders, but general employees can only create private reminders. So in the dashboard, we first have this manual button here. It opens the user manual for this reminder module. Then we have total public reminders. This is a count of all the reminders created in this company. Then open public reminders. An open reminder is that which is not closed or expired. Then closed public reminders. This is a count of the reminders that were closed by an admin. Then reminders due in June, that is the present month. These are the reminders that have their due dates in June. Then total reminders that have their due date in next month. Then at last, total private reminders. These labels also act as buttons for reminders list. This gives a list of all the public reminders in this company. And these are the details of that reminder: start date, end date, status, ID, third party, project category, customer reference number, amount, renewed close date, renewed count, view to view the details, then edit button, last update by, last update date time, IP address, and log of updation. Similarly, we have list of open reminders. This is that same reminder. Now let's create a reminder in reminders list. Just go to this add button here. Select the type of reminder you want to create, public or private. Let's first keep it as public. Select a third party. Right now we only have one. A project, category. All the mandatory fields are marked with asterisk sign. Customer reference number, start date of this reminder. Let's give it as 2nd May. End date 28th July. Amount 5,000. Attachment a description, just reminder, and the alerts period and duration. From here you can select if you want your reminder mails daily, weekly, or just once 1 month before the due date. This will be selected from before, as it is mandatory to send at least one reminder before the due date. You can also send reminder emails and SMS after the due date has passed. And this is where we enter email and name of the person who should receive the reminder email for this reminder. With this button, we can add multiple email addresses. Or you can delete them with this button. For reminder SMS, you have to enter the mobile number and name of the person to whom you want to send the SMS. To send multiple SMS, click on this plus icon. And after all this, click on submit. A new reminder is added. Here it is, 2nd May to 28th July. Status is open and it will stay like that until 28th July. With this status label, you can also close this reminder. In this pop-up, we have this button of close. And the reminder is successfully closed. We cannot see it in this list because this is the list of open reminders. If you change the filter to close, or better say all, here it is, 2nd to 28th July with status closed. And now this label will not act as a button. So you cannot undo your action. Its data will differ from that of an open reminder. Here, it have a renewed or closed date. Right now it referred to the closed date because it has been just closed. Renewed count is 0 for both of them because they were never renewed. These are all the details for that reminder. Okay. And edit button is also missing for this closed reminder because now you don't need to edit it. Now let's check its logs. At 8 June, 3:50 p.m. This is the data after updation of reminder. These filters are provided to filter the list of reminders. Suppose you want to search only for the start date, then you can enter a date here that is prior to the start date of the reminders you are searching and click on filter. For example, if I give 1st of April here and leave end date as such, and then click on filter, I will get both of these reminders because this start date we entered here is prior to both of these start dates. So let's change it to okay, to 1st of May and then filter. Now we only get this one reminder. Let's bring it back to normal. Any date. Now to show you about the expiration and renewal of reminders, this part, I have changed the due date of this open reminder to a past date, that is 7th June. And now it will show as expired. And this label will act as a button to close or renew this reminder. So let's renew it. Now we have to change its end date to some 29th of July and then renew. And I got the error of please change start and end date to renew this contract. because I haven't changed the start date. Let's make it as 8/06. And you can also use this calendar here. Now let's try again. Contract is renewed. Here it is, from 8th June to 29th July. And now its status is open because 29th July is in future. Now let's create another reminder of private type. Here we don't have to select this third party, project name and category. As you can see, they are not mandatory now. But let's still give a customer reference number. Start and end date are still mandatory. Also the description. Description. Reminders should be received 1 month before the due date and every week. And after due date, I want my reminders daily for 1 month. Email address, let's give this name and submit. A new reminder is created. Here it is, from 1st June to 1st August. Now let's check its details. There's no third party, no project, no category, no amount. These are its details. This PRV here stands for private reminder. And you see we got this one here in the renewed count. This is for this reminder that we renewed, this 8 June to 29 July reminder that we renewed before creating this private reminder. Let's go in here, this count, and it will give us a history of that reminder with its ID, third party, project category, customer reference number, amount, start date and end date. This was the original start date and end date, and it was renewed with renewed date. This is actually the date of renewal, the date when it was renewed. And if we view it here, we can see its details again with the original start and end date. To edit a reminder, just click on the edit button, make the changes that you make, and then click on update. Then we have this history button here to give you the history of all the closed and renewed reminders. This one is closed and this one is renewed. Now let's go to the next part of this module, that is a reminders list. We have pretty much covered it. There's nothing new to show here. This was the reminder that we renewed, and this was a private reminder that we created. See, PRV private. The next part is history. This history is actually same as the history here. Let's still go here. This gives the list of all the closed and renewed reminders. This start date and end date filters will work as same as in reminders list. It has those same columns of ID, third party, project category, customer reference number, amount, start date, end date, status. This one is closed, this one is renewed, renewed a closed date, and then the view button to view in a separate page. Here it is. Next part is settings. Settings contains a list of masters that we'll use in creating reminders. These are third-party, projects, and categories. This is the only third party present here. It has a name, abbreviation, contact person name, phone number, email, an edit button to edit it, and a status button to enable or disable this third party. Now it is enabled. If it is clicked, it will be disabled and will not be used in creating reminders. Then we have last update by. This is actually created by for this one, as it was never updated. Last updated at, IP address from where it was updated, and logs of updation. If you want to create a new third party, just click on this button, add, and fill this form. Then click on submit. By this, you will be creating a third-party entry for this company. Here is the new entry with its name, abbreviation, contact person name, phone number, email, an edit button, and status to enable or disable this entry. Then last updated by, updated at, and the IP address of the person who updated it or created it. Then we have the log for same. For every change you make, it will be saved in these logs. Then master project gives the list of all the projects. To create a new one, just go to this add button, save its name here, and submit. New entry added. Now with this button, you can disable or enable this asset. This project entry. Status of asset traceability changed. Now it is disabled, and you cannot see it in the list of projects when you create a reminder. Next is master category. To add a new one, go to this add button, give a name, and then submit. And it will be saved as a category. That is how reminder management is handled in IndoVision HRMS. This module, just like all other modules in HRMS, are customizable according to your needs. For contact details, refer to description of this video. Thank you for watching.